The chubby girl gave a bottle of milk to the ugly beggar every day. She never expected that a week later, the ugly beggar covered in pus-filled sores would transform into a beautiful woman. On the contrary, the chubby girl's best friend, who was the school beauty, suddenly became fat and ugly, and all of this was entirely her own fault. It turned out that in her previous life, the girl had drunk the milk her best friend brought her every day, and eventually became a fat girl covered in pockmarks. It wasn't until the moment before she was killed by her best friend that the girl learned the truth. Her best friend's milk could swap their appearances. So after being reborn, determined not to repeat the same mistake, the girl pretended to accept the milk from her best friend and then turned around to give it to the beggar. To her surprise, as soon as the beggar drank the milk, the pimples on the girl's face disappeared. Instead, pus-filled sores identical to those on the beggar's face popped up on her best friend's face. Only then did the girl realize whoever drank the milk would swap appearances with her best friend. However, her best friend thought the girl hadn't drunk enough milk, so from then on, she brought the girl 2 bottles of milk every day, but the girl secretly gave both to the beggar. A week later, free from the curse, the girl successfully returned to her original appearance. On the contrary, her best friend grew fatter and fatter, but she had previously relied on the stolen beauty to not only qualify for the school beauty pageant but also win the affection of a wealthy senior. So the best friend thought she was gaining weight because the senior often took her to eat delicious food. It wasn't until she ran into the now slim girl at school that she realized something was wrong. The best friend immediately asked the girl how she had lost weight. The girl explained that it was the result of dieting, but her best friend refused to believe her. She even deliberately raised her voice and accused the girl of getting liposuction, attracting all the classmates' attention. Then the best friend added that she knew the girl also wanted to join the beauty pageant, but liposuction was against the rules. Upon hearing this, the classmates immediately began criticizing the girl for breaking the rules, saying that even if an ugly duckling lost weight, she'd still be an ugly duckling. Seeing this, the best friend put on a fake show of taking the girl's hand and apologizing, saying she shouldn't have mentioned the liposuction in public. The girl could no longer hold back her anger and pulled her hand away. However, this action enraged the senior who was pursuing the best friend. He immediately scolded the girl for being jealous of his girlfriend's beauty, claiming she had not only gotten liposuction but also often bullied her. Determined to expose the girl's ugly true colors and humiliate her in public, the senior directly pulled off the girl's mask. But in the next second, everyone froze in place. No one had expected that the girl who had once been covered in pimples had suddenly become so beautiful. Now, no one thought the girl was jealous of the best friend anymore. Many even believed she was sure to win the school beauty pageant. Even the senior who had just wanted to teach her a lesson was stunned, and took the initiative to step forward to curry favor with her. It wasn't until the girl warned him that he already had a girlfriend that the senior awkwardly stepped back. Seeing this, the best friend had a bad premonition, and asked the girl why she had suddenly become so beautiful. But the girl explained that she had suffered from a strange illness before, and now that she was cured, she had returned to her original appearance. Upon hearing this, many classmates also remembered that the girl had indeed been very beautiful in the past, but the best friend knew for sure that the milk was the problem, so she asked the girl if she had been drinking the milk. The girl replied that she had gotten tired of drinking it a long time ago, so she had given the milk to a beggar lady covered in pus-filled sores. Upon hearing this, the best friend completely lost her mind. She rushed forward in anger to hit the girl, but the girl grabbed her hand and slapped her 10 times in return. The best friend helplessly begged the senior to help her, but the senior suddenly noticed that many pus-filled sores just like the beggar's had appeared on her face.